Okay, beautiful beings, I'm going to show you something new. See these? These are from strappers. If you know somebody that works in a factory and runs a strapper, ask him if he can bring home or she can bring home the rolls for the strapper, and you can make a box out of it, okay? And also ask them if they can get you a big piece of cardboard, like off a lid of a big huge box. That's what this is from, okay? Or a layer sheet. And they would know if they say what's a layer sheet, then they don't have them. It's a big huge thing they use for pellets, for slip sheets for in between bottles, if they're making bottles or whatever they're using to make a pallet, okay? I got the glue down right now. The glue's already down. And if it starts sliding, if you miss and it slides off the edge, just go like that and then wipe it back. Wipe it right back on there, okay? And then just set that on there like this. And make sure it's lined up. And then go get something heavy and put it on there and let it sit and dry. And make sure you go around with your finger to make sure it's all the way on the outside of these rims right here, okay? You want it to come. So when you cut this out for this, lay this on top of the cardboard like so, okay? And then trace on the outside all the way around, okay? And you're asking for an empty strapper roll. This is an empty strapper roll, okay? So ask them for an empty strapper roll, and they'll know what you're talking about. If they don't know what you're talking about, that means they don't have them, okay? All right, beautiful beings. I got this one I made. All I did was take some paper bag and put it around, and Kathy one year gave me a bag, so I took the pieces of bag plus butterflies I had and glued them on there. So whatever you have, okay? But you can cover it. If you don't, you can even use wrapping paper if you want, okay? Use a brown paper bag and then stamp on it. Stamps, you can, like if your kids colored you color pages, you don't know what to do with them, you stick anything in magazines, you put anything you want on the box, okay? Now I'm going to show you another one. Okay, beautiful beings, here's one I decorated. This is a 3-layered one. You can make them 2, you can make them whatever you want. Okay? This is from a paper bag. I just cut it out. Hope you see. Put it on, and then I put little snowflakes on top of some of the snowflakes. And this is wrapping paper I use, the deer wrapping paper, because I really, really liked it. Okay, and I use that. And then on the inside, just like 3 inches down, I put I think it was the outside of this bag. You know, remember when we made the bags, we cut off the sides of the bags? I think that's what it is. The outside of that bag, the sides of the bag. And I just glued them all the way around, okay? And it fits a lot of stuff, okay? And I can even put more stuff in there. But there you go, that's what it'll look like when it's done. Okay, beautiful beings. I have this 1-layered box, okay, that I made, the round box. And I'm using this one for my St. Patrick's stuff, okay? And I don't have much, so all I need is 1 layer. So I'm gonna paint it, okay? I'm gonna paint it dark green. And I'm using a Christmas tree because it's St. Patrick's. That way I know it's St. Patrick's stuff inside of it. Okay, beautiful beings. I'm gonna use this English ivory grain, okay? And as you can see, it's old. I had water to it because it was almost gone. And I'm just gonna do the bottom of this so I can write this on my list, my grocery list, okay? To buy more and finally get rid of this. And that's what we're gonna paint the bottom. Okay. I don't usually paint the inside bottom. Sometimes I'll do the sides, but I don't usually. And there was more in there than I thought, so I'm gonna do some on the sides. See, this is dry. It's drying nicely. So I'm just gonna tip this and put some on the sides. Thinking about this lime green. I want that on the edge, so I have to get a different brush. Here's the side. It's all dry. Inside with that watery paint. Now I got some crisp green. Okay, I'm just painting the edges right here. Okay. Here, let me get an angle where I can actually paint it without blocking the light. Cover that number. Why not? And last but not least, section. I'll show you this way. And I like it just like that. I'm not doing any special. I don't even usually paint the inside. I usually just paint like down to there and up because it's gonna be filled with stuff anyway. But I got rid of that one paint, so, and that's not a different colored paint. That's from the glue. It just looks different on the glue. Okay, and here's the sides. And when this is all dry, we're gonna stencil it on the front of the box. Okay, beautiful beings, I have this long stencil from Dollar Tree. It's from Crafter's Square. And I'm gonna be using these letters. And at the bottom, you can see there's a sea theme or ocean theme you can use stencils for. Okay. But I'm gonna cut this in half because it's way too long for me. So I'll probably cut it in half right here. Okay, and then I don't know if I'm gonna cut these out individually too, but we'll figure that out as we go. And I have paint here, lime tree, and winter green. I'm gonna put it on my palette. And then I'm gonna use my makeup sponges to dab in the paint, but then I'll go like this so some comes off so it won't leak through under the stencil, okay? So I'm gonna cut that up right now. Okay, beautiful guys. I'm just gonna cut right down here like this. Make sure you don't cut the stencils. This still work. Okay, so we got two pieces. At the bottom and the top. Okay. Let's set that aside. Then I'm going to try not to cut these. I'm going to see how it works, but I'm going to try not to cut that. I'm going to try, beautiful beings. I'm going to take the paint. Make sure it was dried up, or make sure it was shook up really good. I'm going to put some there. And I'm going to put some here. And I'm not going to be able to record this because the box is so big. So I'm just going to show you what I'll be doing to the box. I'm going to dip it in here, and then I'm going to dip in here to get some of the paint off so it's thin, okay? And I'll be doing that with both colors. Now let's get the words on the box. Okay, beautiful beings, I'm going to do St. Patrick's crafts, okay? But I'm putting the P in the middle, and I'm going to do the P first. Okay, only because that word's longer, so it gives me a measurement. This is tricky. Uh-oh, I didn't think I can. You just do it like this, and I won't do it too much, so I don't go in the underneath the stencil. I don't know if I need 2 coats in that. I'm doing it really softly because I do not want it to go under the stencil. Okay? So we got our P. Now we gotta do the A. And I probably should wait for that to dry because I don't want to. We might be able to get away with it. No, I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry because I have to put it over the P just a little bit to line it up. So I'll just speed this process up. Okay, beautiful beings, what I'm going to show you, there's 7 letters in Patrick's. That's why I did that first. Now I'm going to do Saint, S-A-I-N-T. See why I did it that way? There's only 5. And then in crafts, C-R-A-F-T-S. So I'm going to put the C starting in between the P and the A. But we'll do the Saint first, okay? Now I'm thinking I might blend those into with them because I eventually want to make a lid. I'm not making it in this video. I haven't even made a lid. I made a lid way back, but it was kind of wonky. So what I've been doing is just making a circle and setting them on top until I figure out a good way to make the lid. But I think I'm going to split the paint up. This S is a little tricky. And that's not staying down right there. There we go. See how that looks, splitting up the colors. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Okay, beautiful beings, I'm just gonna start where I started the S, but it's really hard because of the lip of the bottom to get that down in there, so hopefully this works. So that's why I'm just pushing here and here to make sure it's down really good. Good enough. And I ruined it. See? I ruined it, beautiful beings. I got underneath the stencil, but we can fix that. I'll show you when we're done. Okay, beautiful beings, that really sticks out because it's messed up, so I'm going to paint over it, and I might need 2 coats. And I'm just going to leave that. Hopefully it doesn't look bad when it's dry. We'll find out when it's dry. Okay, beautiful beings, I know this looks weird, but I did take the Christmas green and go over that, and it turned out a different color. So I don't know what's up with that. It's totally a different color now, which is really weird. I don't know. So and then I went over it with Mountain Forest. I don't know, I was trying to get that color back, but it's not working, so learn from me. But I still think it looks cute. So now we're gonna do the A again, right here. So I'm just gonna put it right where it was, kinda wanna move over a little bit. But seeing I can't cover that up, I hope it looks nice. I don't know what's going on with the paint color. That was so weird. I used the same color to try to cover that up, and it just didn't work. So that was weird. It'll be all right. It's just for me. It's not like I'm selling this or anything. But at least you're learning how to do this if you've never done it, and if you want to try it. That's all I'm doing so that don't get screwed up more. There, and we have an A, and it is, I tried to move it over, but I guess I just put it in the same spot. For that to dry. Okay, beautiful beings, while that's drying, I just want to do this. It's the same color, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I just want to fix the C. I'm trying to blend it so when it dries, it doesn't show up so much, but that's how you fix them. Okay. Right there on that C, it's dry, and the color changed darker, and it's the same paint I used. I just don't get that. Okay, when this dries, I'll be back to finish the F and the T and the S. And there we go. And then I got this little guy and the paint I have left over. I'm just gonna take it and put it on my finger and put paint around it so he blends in. Okay? Because I'm gonna put him on the front. That was way too much paint. Way too much. But that way he blends right in with that word. Okay, beautiful beings. Using the excess paint, extra paint. I'll get my finger off, and I'm going to grab just a little of this and put a little on here. too. So both colors are on it and it blends in nicely. Just here and there. Okay, beautiful beings, when everything's dry, I'll glue him on and we'll be done and put the stuff inside. Okay, beautiful beings, this is from either a slip sheet, I don't know, either a slip sheet or a Gaylord box, okay? If you ask them for a Gaylord box, lid, not the box, because the box is huge, it's like big enough to fit 4 people in, but if you ask them for a Gaylord lid, it'll be a huge lid, and then you can trace your strap roll on it. You put it on it, and then you trace around it, and that's where you get the circle. You fit on your strap roll, and there's your bottom or your lid, okay? Until I figure out. But this is going to be my lid. I'm going to paint it green. Then I'm going to have to figure out how to put paper around it stiffly around it to make the edge of the lid, okay? But I just wanted to show you that. Okay, beautiful beings, here's the lid. I just painted them around it. I didn't do the edges until I figure out what I'm gonna wrap around there. Decoupaging, is that what it's called? I'm not sure of the word. There's my lid, so I know it goes on top of here so no dust gets in. And here's all my St. Patrick's stuff. I don't have much, but it all fits in here nicely. Even my pocket files are in here with my pockets. I glued some on. I wasn't sure if I continued, if you would enjoy them, because St. Patrick's stays over. I have stickers that go with it. I have mustaches. I have all kinds of goodies in here. I even have bags that match and tissue paper. I mean, see how much it fits? It fits so much. I love these round boxes. So if you can find them. And then I got all my papers, my cardstock paper and cutouts and everything on the bottom. I mean, it just fits a lot of nice stuff, okay? So it's really roomy. I should tell you the measurements. Oh, I'll put them underneath this part, so it reminds me to do the measurements of the box, because it's huge. I mean, it's a big box. As you can see on my table, it's huge. It's just a big box. Okay, and then I took Mod Podge real lightly. I didn't put it on thick. I just went around the edges, and then I went down in. As you can see, it's darker a little bit. I just went down a little bit darker, so it don't chip, because acrylic paint likes to chip. And then here's the front. I went over this with Mod Podge, and I put a nice thick coat, but I kept going back and forth so there wasn't any lines showing. Okay, and there he is. And he is from, I keep forgetting what the name of it is. magicmoonlight.com. So if you want him and his companions, you get free printables, or you can go to Pinterest. She's on Pinterest. There on Pinterest. Pinterest. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. And then I took the brush with Mod Podge on it, and as you can see, I didn't do it all. I just went here and there, all the way around the box. Okay, just to protect the acrylic paint. And then she comes in a card, just like him, but I fussy cutted her out. And then I went around her with ink and marker. And I was worried about the Mod Podge making a marker run, but it did not. And I glued them both down with Elena's glue, okay? And then I waited for that to dry, and then I Mod Podged both them, and then this. Real thin coat on this, but I made sure it was covered all over when I did it. And I made sure she was covered, and I really made sure I got in here so this stayed stuck down, okay? It's kind of hard to get the whole thing because, you know, it's a round box, but there it is. And I love it. Okay, beautiful beings. And I hope you give it a go. It doesn't even have to be a round box. If you can't find empty strap rolls, maybe you can find something else to make a box. Cardboard box that you got in the mail, make a square one or whatever. Or even if somebody, you know, has an old hat, an old hat box, that would work. Because it probably already have the lid with it. Okay? Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful everything.